We launched the On-Demand program in November of 2016, and this was all about identifying new and creative ways for us to deliver transport services on demand.
New South Wales has set a big vision through its future transport strategy. The work of the Smart Innovation Centre and a lot of other teams across transport is to enable that vision.
The On-Demand team were looking for smart, bold ideas from their partners, their innovators, and they needed that from their lawyers as well.
Procurement documentation can generally be pretty dry and difficult to read, and all the rules and the red tape and everything is all up the front.
When you're in a tender process, you don't want to provide a provider with a contract that they have to fit an innovation into.
We wanted to bring to the front what was in it for participants, what we were trying to achieve and what was in it for them for taking part.
So we devised the process of coming out with an outline of contracting principles that clearly set out exactly what Transport for New South Wales wanted from a legal and risk perspective.
We used simple contract documents, simple term sheets to ensure that we were talking about the right things.
Together with Transport's in-house legal team, we made sure we covered all the risks we needed to.
We made it a totally open process, an EOI document that was short, simple, really easy to read, which is really rare. We made it easier for proponents to prepare proposals rather than for us to evaluate, which is also quite a shift.
After the EOI was issued, we saw that there was a lot of interest from different companies and people that may only have one part of possible end-to-end solution.
And we were under quite a bit of pressure to get things in the market as soon as possible, so we knew we wouldn't have time to marry those proposals up.
So in this case, we suggested a pitch night where providers came together and they pitched their ideas and what they were good at.
We ended up getting 11 responses of people who put their hand up to come and present, and we had about 100 people attend.
The atmosphere in the room was fantastic that night. You had all these providers standing up and telling everyone what they were good at.
There was just a buzz. People were just drawn to each other, discussing their ideas, what they were thinking, what they had to bring to the table, which is really rare in a procurement process.
This allowed people and teams to meet and collaborations to form to provide the outcomes that New South Wales Government wanted.
Working with Hicksons, we came up with a contract framework that enabled us to cover all of our big risks, so all of our major risks that as government we absolutely need to cover. But it also allowed us to have flexibility.
As learnings happen from the trial, they can be implemented without long, complicated contract variations.
The way we've set up the whole process was to really demonstrate that we were in this for learning. This was about learning and continuous improvement.
We developed the Regional Automated Vehicle Program in late 2017 and took away a lot of the learnings that we had out of the on-demand metro process. We used a lot of the collaborative procurement methodology that they use to develop up these projects. So working with groups like Hicksons is really important to understand how we can set up those relationships to enable innovation.
The on-demand program and the process that we've used to get to where we are today is a really good example that big organisations and government can actually bring change.
We worked closely with Transport for New South Wales to prove that legal and procurement can enable innovation.
And there are a number of other jurisdictions all around the world who have benefited from our investment in learning as well.